allow the children to
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. They touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me and for waiting as well. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today.
Ani Mayegun ma wí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun diary.
While we were getting ready for this broadcast, the news filtered in, and it's that the governors and government of Eastern Nigeria, they are now in debt to the tune of 8 billion naira. They are owing IPOB tonight.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra.
Those who are telling you that you are going to cry for 8 years, are they watching? Please invite them.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Those of you who are going to drink Mayegun's tears, or you are going to drink Gary, or cook rice, cook noodles. What else are you going to cook our tears with? Please invite them. I only have one thing to tell you. For that next 8 years, I hope you will be rich enough to afford Gary. Obedient. Invite yourselves too. Tonight is going to be all about everyone. You may feel like, why is he smiling? Everybody is not smiling for now. Well, sometimes, while Elekun is sukuin, the alayo will be yawing, which is simply put that this life that you see as some are sort of mourning, you will see others who are indeed celebrating. But none of this is to make you feel uncomfortable tonight. But I have to tell you the good news first. Okay? While we were waiting for the tonight's broadcast, the news filtered in that apart from the fact that the federal government of Nigeria is owing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being owed 5 billion naira court judgment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also being owed by the government of Eastern Nigeria of 1 billion naira. Now, today, the Indigenous People of Biafra took the Eastern Nigerian government to court because the process that resulted into the proscription of IPOB, when they called IPOB terrorist organization, the people behind all of that were the former governors of Eastern Nigeria. So in 2017 or thereabout, Boko Haram declared and proscribed IPOB. So IPOB went to court, okay, by taking the government of Eastern Nigeria, the people behind it. One of them today is the Minister of Works in Nigeria, Gavel. So today, that IPOB, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, is of people of the eastern part of Nigeria who are campaigning and advocating, calling for a referendum to determine if they want to be part of Nigeria or not. They are those behind the independence agitation for the people of Biafra. In a democracy, it is a welcome development. In Nigeria, they decided to criminalize it and they started killing every young person that they could label IPOB. They used their media to blackmail them and descend on them until the point when they had to set up their own criminal political gang called Unknown Gunmen. So with all of that effort inside their own courts, today, the court said IPOB should be paid 8 billion naira in damages for all of the human rights abuses that they have suffered in Nigeria. At this moment, if you combine every debt that Nigeria and their contemporaries or whatever subsidiaries have accumulated, incurred on you Nigerians because of IPOB, right now is over 12 billion naira. And this is the truth. They might be telling you other things on your media in Nigeria or elsewhere, but none of everything they've managed to cook up and then deceive you with has been proven, even in their own courts. The kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu by Boko Haram has already cost Nigeria over 6 billion naira. Just so you know. And yet, in every time they manage to take him to court or call his case, he has won every case as well. That's also a fact. So when his lawyer came up earlier, he kind of elaborated more. And I'm going to ask you to listen, please.
That scored this landmark victory at the Enugu State High Court today on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The subject of this lawsuit is simply the proscription of IPOB in 2017, firstly by the Southeast governors who fired the first salvo on 14 September 2017, followed by the executive decision of the federal government to proscribe IPOB and declare it a terrorist organization. We didn't come to court to contest the judicial proscription. It's a different matter altogether. But the executive decision or executive action taken before the judicial decision. Why? Because such actions are prohibited expressly under Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution. It's a fundamental right of every Nigerian citizen not to be discriminated against in the exercise of government policies, actions, and decisions. It's clear under Section 42 of the Constitution. A lot of Nigerians are not aware of this, so they let it fly each time the government steps on them through its executive actions or decisions. But we are vigilant to that. So we noted that the action that the Southeast governors took, proscribing IPOB, was an executive action. It was an executive decision, followed 3 days later by the federal government that raised a memo through the Attorney General of the Federation to the President approving the proscription of IPOB and declaration of the group as a terrorist group. All of this together combined constitute the prohibited executive actions or decisions they sought that Section 42 of the Constitution prohibited. It's a fundamental right, meaning you cannot violate it and get away with it. It's a right that is inherent in every Nigerian, in all of us. So our case in chief is that there are other ethnic-tinged organizations across Nigeria that pursue one group interest or the other, political, mostly, or commercial. I'm not here to name names. Nigerians know that there is a proliferation of ethnic-tinged organizations. Some of them are even very evidently violent. But the federal government never took any step at all to either proscribe any one of them or to declare any one of them a terrorist group. But it took this proactive step, supported by Southeast governors, in targeting IPOB particularly, because IPOB caters to the interests of the Igbo man and their cousins from the south side of Nigeria. There is no way of denying this. You can make all these allegations in the media and in beer parlors and everywhere, but if you don't take them to court to be adjudicated, they will remain mere allegations. So we decided that the next best thing to do, that instead of debating this in the public, let us test the authenticity or the wrongness or rightness of these actions taken against IPOB in court, and we did, and we prevailed today, to the glory of God.
So
thank you.
Said the take home from this judgment, one is the fact that 6 years after, you want to take that instead.
Yes.
To test the potential.
Well, okay, it's to the glory of Nigerian law that pursuing fundamental rights don't doesn't have or does not admit of statute or limitations. You can pursue your fundamental rights anytime that you wake up to those rights. So you cannot be defeated by a fluxion of time. So there is time for everything. Even in the Bible, it is said that there is time for everything. Because of the escalation of the persecution that is being tagged as prosecution of IPOB members, mostly Igbo youths and some from the South, by the departed government, the previous government, and because maybe the present government has not come to terms with that, we decided that every right broken must be pursued in court. Every wrong done must be pursued in court.
Finally, out of the 7 years, 1 to 3 were granted, they even went to their heads. So what would you say you wanted out for the court for him to mediate the appeal at the Supreme Court, which this court said it doesn't have jurisdiction?
Yes, of course, we are lawyers, so we are going to go for the whole hog. So we asked for a whole lot of reliefs, including stopping the prosecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it's grantable, but the court declared that it doesn't have jurisdiction to do so. But it proceeded to graciously grant the reliefs that in its wisdom, it felt it has jurisdiction to do so. Number one, it declared as unconstitutional and as a violation of the fundamental rights of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that action of proscription was taking, proscription and declaration of IPOB as a terrorist group violated Section 42 of the Constitution. That's a big win. And then secondly, the judge upheld our argument that self-determination is not a crime and therefore cannot ground that scored this.
And that's a 8 billion naira video you just watched there, and that was why I have been kind of smiling. Somebody said, who is going to pay? That who is going to pay the money? Is it Nigeria, the lawless country? Of course, just pile everything up, okay, and keep putting them on one another, and there is going to be a time they are actually going to pay, okay? So for being another win, let's use this one to hold body.
Oh, ye do IPOB. Oh, Mary, oh, Nindizu. Oh, Nigeria. Abubakar. Mama Daora. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi go onye do IPOB. O Mary wone Nizu Nigeria. Abubakar. Mama Daora. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapori.
It's not going away and it's not going anywhere. It's just like that bone tied in the neck of a dog. The dog can't eat the bone and the dog can't take the bone away. The easiest thing is for the political system, including all of you who are fighting for one Nigeria, one Nigeria. It is the moment of truth, though. And like I said, I am not going to use tonight to continue, to kind of make it look like I told you so. Okay? But in fact, it's actually going to be about, right, the moment that you have to now tell yourselves the truth based on your own experience, having tried to save Nigeria. Okay? In your way, one Nigeria. So let us get into today. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has legitimized every crime committed by Tinubu, every constitutional infraction, and we are going to dissect that tonight. Crime is now legal. And just yesterday, Lil Bawa was released after he was locked up. And when he was released yesterday, EFCC, former EFCC chairman, Baba, they no charge him for anything. Oh, the takeover is done. The Supreme Court has delivered, but there will be more. It no go end there. I feel like make I just kind of put this on to put me in the mood.
Man, still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman.
Politician wey the probe don enter for power. A quick reminder, Tori Olong, all of una, starting from the Buhari Deans, the Buhari Didiris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unnekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the unboot slaves. Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbu Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, the Agbadorians, Abina the Agbadomighty, whichever category you are, as a bad idiot, you would have tears, as you will call the expose on the criminals that are going to continue to make your life hell. So if talking about them and reminding you of the consequences of your choices and what Nigeria will become if you will call that tears, Baba, people go donate tears, yo. But the only problem be say, those of now we won't take tears, drink Gary. Gary is expensive now, and it's going to get worse. Those of now we won't take tears, soak noodles, abina flakes, anything you want take people's tears, shop for the next 8 years. I hope you will be, if you are alive, I hope you will be alive enough to be able to afford that Gary. But as for tears, you go boku. Because even you, no matter how much you continue to pretend, you know, a lot of you, ikenu agbesinu legbingbin, akunsinu lelede kun, oro inu elede lo ngbe, alatala yin ba ja, alatala yin ba taja yin ba la, inu aja yin lo nku si. Sorry if you don't understand that, what do you call it, those verses, but I will explain them to you. You know, say me, I can freely express myself based on what is going on, without holding anything back. But when you look at those who are APC, the suffering and smiling suffer Eddie, the in public, on social media, everywhere, you will see them telling you, you can continue to cry. You can continue to cry. Now, so you they cry because you have the boldness to speak out. As they are suffering, going through hell, they no get the liver to condemn the criminals that they have decided to defend. So now small inside, they go to complain. You say, bros, can I ask you for something? What's that, bro? See, I haven't paid my child their school fees, and they have been complaining, and complaints have been very hard, very tough. And then you are like, Abba, this is not the favor your family need. Yeah? May this hardship favor me and my family, yo. Abi? Shebi, you supposed to say, okay, may this whatever it may that thing favor you and your family. May this Tinubu's government favor you and your family. If anybody asks you for anything, when you say, then they will be like, Baba, you know that one our cruise now. That one politics of we didn't know that like this it go be. They cannot cry outside. Now from inside their different dinghies, inside their sewage settlement. Now from inside the place they are lamenting. They are not even bold enough because they don't want people to hear them. You know, send this something that you say, this one don't they cry, yo. When somebody can say, my business are so tough. Somebody said, Computer Village in Ikeja is so dry these days, except for those who want to go and fix their gadgets, right? When you go to all those shops, it's not like bubbling as it should be. So when you now tell them that, shebi na una wanted Tinubu, they will say, Baba, leave politics aside. We don't need to be, we should all come together and make Nigeria work. As if to say, now you be the laborer. Anyway, let's go back before I begin to take you on that drive of, you know what I mean? Because very soon now, they go say, now me. Now they will say, because everything I am exposing and telling you that will happen, okay? They will begin to point the fingers at me and say, we know, say you are happy. You are happy as things are not working in Nigeria. God will make Tinubu will succeed in Jesus' name. Allah will make Tinubu succeed. So they will blame me that is telling them what is going to happen. They will say it's me that is wishing Nigeria not to be okay. Not Tinubu and gang. But I'm still coming to you, the obedience. I just want us to go to the Supreme Court first. I guess some small jar of reactions. Here you get. And then I will give them follow-up. Today, the Supreme Court of Nigeria declared Tinubu as the duly elected president in Nigeria. And according to them, they said the evidence presented by Atiku and his team did not have the United States of America's government, court logo. They did not use the court, United States of American court letter-headed paper. And it was not conducted inside the courtroom. Everything I told you, they will say, is what they said. Yesterday, when I was telling you that, some people will be like, exactly what I told you they will say is what they said. So based on technicality, every evidence that they are trying to bring in cannot be used. Atiku should have go back to the tribunal, okay, and amend his plea, amend his application, you know, that is petition, and put the Chicago State University inside that. But they said, well, since that is already over 180 days, allowed by law to file evidence, Atiku is expecting the Supreme Court to take his evidence for him. So they can't, and the evidence itself, they said even if the evidence is from the United States of American courts, there's a court judgment with evidence, they cannot take them because it was over the time they were supposed to submit that. So inside the court today, where all the goons were, at the Supreme Court, they didn't have that kind of security door per se. So they had to bring in a van. And that van, there's a kind of a scanner inside that van to scan everybody that will be going into the court. So as people were coming in, they walk inside the van, walk through the van, and then to the other side, there's a machine inside. I don't know. I don't know what that was doing. But ma see if I get to show you that the arrival in court. Ma see.
Was delivered on the 26th of May 2023.
Yes, can we do it that way? Let's start this. Who go from the gate?
So that was how they got in to scan everybody. Make sure say person they carry bomb. No carry bomb enter. So anyway, that's just a by the way. So inside the court where they were reading where they now said Peter Obi's petition and appeal, Atiku's petition and appeal, they lack merit. They are hereby dismissed. So they thrown them out, just like I told you yesterday. They flung them out and said, hey, we cannot touch them. The decision of the tribunal that did not look at any evidence, they said they were going to upheld. They didn't check anything too. They just kind of now. But from the beginning, when the leader, listen to this one, very critical. You see the head of that Supreme Court panel, Justice Okoro, is expected to become your Chief Justice of Nigeria. You see this crop of the justices that you have right now, majority of them will not retire until 2029. So as they are, when they tell you that nobody will remove Tinubu again for the next 8 years, that area is already sealed. That Justice Okoro is expected to succeed Ariwola, your Chief Justice currently. Here you get. Now, that Okoro, when he walked straight into the courtroom today, the first thing he said was that, ladies and gentlemen, I wrote this judgment myself. Remember, there were already speculation that maybe the judgment is already written and has been handed over to them. Here you get. It was like, I wrote this myself. So before the judgment, Gandola was inside there, Werewike was there, Bajabia Mole was there. Who else was there? But take a look at this one.
Sir, shake hands with him now. You should come and join. Sir, join there. Sir, come and join there. Yeah, you should join, yes, sir.
Tomorrow and you are congratulated him.
That's what you are congratulating. But you don't have the judgment. Or you already know.
So the media asking Gandola, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, APC, Egbeke chairman, then a PDP secretary also, was I a chairman? I don't even know. Anyway, that one was PDP in the middle. Then they were calling on Labour Party, Abure, to come and join them to take pictures, shake hands now. So Abure was like, why are you looking so happy? Like they have not delivered the judgment. So asking Gandola kind of, jokingly inside that court. There was actually a part where Werewike also walked in, but you don't need that. Let's go straight to when they were reading it and they said dismissed. And you will see Sheyi Tinubu inside the courtroom as well with this big kind of, you know what I mean?
Was delivered on the 26th of May 2023. This court cannot allow the matter to be re-litigated in this very court. There must be an end to litigation. For us to sit down now and talk about when this man resigned or did not resign, when they did a fresh conference or fresh primaries to replace him, which we have done before. We are not going to do it again. This matter ought not to have come here. When the matter was pending at the trial court, this court delivered that judgment. If you read the judgment of the lower court, they mentioned it, that Supreme Court has this appeal lacks merit and is thereby dismissed. My lord, to my right, Abaj.
I agree with my learned brother, Justice John Ian Okoro, that this appeal, number SCCV 937, 2023, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi and the Independent National Electoral Commission lacks merit, and it is also dismissed by me.
My lord, Garba Jesse.
I also totally agree with the lead judgment that this appeal substantially canvass the same issues with the appeal number 935, 2023, which this court has very comprehensively dealt with. And there is no need for us to repeat ourselves because the issues are the same. The only issue that's different, like pointed out by my learned brother, the PJ, is that about double nomination, which you have settled. And we do not intend to reopen it again in this appeal. On the whole, I also join the lead judgment to dismiss this appeal for lacking in merit.
So, their appeal, their petition, they were all dismissed for lack of merit. So you see, every crime that you know have been documented about Tinubu, right now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has legitimized all of them. You see that talk that Tinubu didn't go to Chicago State University, he submitted fake, forged his certificate, which is actually like forgery under the Nigerian law. All of that talk now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria says they believe Tinubu that presented no evidence to counter all the evidence presented against him. And then when it comes to the rigging, the INEC part, they also said since the tribunal did not see anything wrong, okay, they agreed with the tribunal. Okay, and the reaction outside the court, first, Werewike, then Gandola, then who else was there, and others, before we go into the Ass Old Rock today. So first,
maybe you did not understand what he said. They have no special status. What he said that in terms of calculating or having the spouse square, you must not win FCT before you are declared president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That FCT is like another state, so that you don't need to say, oh, if you don't win FCT, therefore you cannot be declared. That's what he said.
So you must start with the APC crew. Can we say that you have moved to the...
I didn't come with APC crew. And in the court here, in the court here, I don't know where they said APC and PDP. I came here as somebody who's interested, as somebody who wants the country to move forward. So I congratulate Mr. President, and I think that this has come to the end. No more speculation. That's why Mr. President can focus and do what he's supposed to do for Nigeria.
Do you understand what I told you they wanted to achieve this with? There's no point in waiting for the FBI to release anything to further put, you know what I mean? Anything that anybody drop now, now Nigeria problem and Nigerians problem. So as it is now, Tinubu, in the face of Nigerian law, he has committed no crime. He is not a criminal. He is not a forger. It's not that. So that is enough for them. But how the rest of the world will then treat Nigeria after all of this, they don't care. But we'll get to that part. Gandola.
Election litigation and the delay it seems to constitute election litigation and the delay seems to constitute distraction. Will you be moving for some form of amendments?
Well, you see,
what's your advice to your opponents?
well, you see, this is a developing democracy in a developing nation, so you expect such distractions to occur. But I believe we fine-tune our laws, especially electoral laws, and and we believe we shall come to the mature stage that we are expecting. Pertaining to acceptance of this verdict, I urge our colleagues, politicians, to accept it in good faith. And also I have to use the opportunity to congratulate politicians, to congratulate the leaders of the opposition political parties, because it is better for them to resort to judiciary, which they have done so, rather than taking, arms against against each other. Yeah. So we have to congratulate our politicians for resulting to judiciary, and the judiciary has done well. It means that democracy is getting matured in Nigeria.
And he also advised Peter Obi and Atiku to wait till 2031 before they can pursue any of their ambitions. What is one of the lawyers to Labour Party and Peter Obi has to say? Kenneth Okonkwo, outside the court.
As a fine imposed on the second respondent for the proceeds of narcotics and money laundering by the District Court of Illinois. I sat down too. I did not hear it. And I wonder whether that was swept under the carpet or was an oversight, because the lead judgment was detailed on all other issues. And they said all the issues there have been overtaken by event in all our own issues. And I did not hear the issue of the forfeiture. And so that's why I said I disagree respectfully, even though the decision is binding.
The 4% issue has also been laid to rest.
Yes, it has been laid to rest. The Supreme Court has the authority to interpret the Constitution. It is their prerogative as the arm of government imbued with the power to interpret. That is the interpretation they have given to it, and it is binding on us all. That's what I'm going to say on it.
What's your take on the reasoning of IRA? How does it going to affect our future elections?
That is very interesting, because the only paragraph the Supreme Court brought to the notice of the world, which was quite interesting, is that even the Supreme Court agreed that non-uploading of the result on IRA reduced the confidence of the people in the election. I heard it clearly. Meaning that even the Supreme Court agrees that the election was not credible, or as credible as it ought to have been if the result was uploaded. So credibility is one of the three arms of an election for the people. Free, fair, and credible. Credible means believable. Why shut out the people for the right the law has given unto them? So I was very glad that the Supreme Court pointed it out, that not uploading of the result reduced the confidence of Nigerians in it, meaning that it cannot be presumed to be credible because Nigerians were shut out in it. So I love that particular part. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Last, don't cast.
You don't cast, last. Everybody will go shop breakfast.
More go inside the rock. inside the asshole rock. How are they reacting in the asshole rock? From Kolu to the rest of Nigerians, he said, this judgment has made him more determined to work hard, and he wants to work more for you. That all you are seeing right now, they are just like simple. He's going to work hard, and he wants all of you to get ready too. Let's go inside the rock. Initially, he actually told one of his boys, Akuri Nigalele, that your job is safe. I bet that's what he told all of them. Your job, all of you, your job is safe. Don't worry. I'll show you that one. Inside the rock first.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Your Excellency. Your job is secured. Stop. Your job is secured. Congratulations, Your Excellency. Gentlemen, congratulations to the President. Having been confirmed by the Supreme Court as a 5-star general. Yes. As the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Congratulations, Your Excellencies. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Amen. Amen. All our renewal shall come to manifestation. Amen. All your job is secured. Let the President breathe. Let the President breathe.
See them? Don't worry, guys. All your jobs are secure. You are fine. Now go and face those Nigerians that are going to come for us. Inside that same place too here.
Yes, I saw him on television. So energized. We thank God. Sir, Mr. President, sir.
You know what I mean? Everybody is fine. So now you all know that we must make everybody also go with us this way, Abi. By fire, by force. Abi, go and listen to Kolu. Sorry, you have to hear what you had to say after that, Abi. Kolu.
People have been coming to rejoice with you. Your job has been revalidated once more by the Supreme Court. What does this mean for you, Your Excellency?
An energizing spirit and a challenge to work harder without distraction from this moment on. We've concentrated on pulling Nigeria from the boot trap of depression. And we understand the sovereignty of the country. You don't need additional distraction to be able to concentrate on building a new economy for the people, an inclusive one for that matter. And the judgment of the Supreme Court put a stop to shenanigans, put a stop to innuendos, put a stop to lies or trial in the media and public place. The court has demonstrated indivisible commitment to rule of law and humanity, and their commitment to do justice for all Nigerians, regardless of ethnic, religious, or any other biases. So we use the strength of our diversity to build a stronger and prosperous Nigeria, and that's my belief.
Now that your mandate is sure, sir, and Nigerians are now waiting to see what comes from this administration. So how are you rewarding Nigerians with the mandate they've given to you, Your Excellency?
I've started from day one to work hard, regardless of, the court cases, okay? and just strengthen my resolve to do more. A challenge of this nature and a future of this nature is more work and more hard work, more dedication. Just appeal to the sense of patriotism of Nigeria to have a change of mindset. Let us be positive about our country, be ready to contribute in all ways possible. There's no promise of El Dorado from day one. We're all in this boat of diversity, a member of the same family, living in the same house, but staying in different rooms. And it is important that we recognize that we have no other country but this one. So we better be committed to it, not for the sake of our own self-aggrandizement. Our commitment to the values, the creed of dedication, patriotism, and commitment to the value of this country. It is extremely important that we have a change of mindset for the sake of our country. Not for us, but for our children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren, the inheritors of tomorrow.
Your Excellency. Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
Olórí burúkú ni wọ́n aládẹ̀wò ẹ kórí burúkú ẹ bá Nàìjíríà jẹ ráìsì wọn ráìsì di 1-3 foreign rice tá a tún wá ń jẹ yìí kò sí òun rẹ̀ ń jẹun òun dájú òun táwọn à ń jẹ lọ kò ní jẹ yan ó pa ni. Ó dàbẹ̀ kórí.
Àtisebo àtisẹ́tẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ tìtó òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ òdìsẹ́tẹ́ kágbádé fálárì àtisẹ́tẹ́ kágbẹ̀bí fálárì àtisẹ́tẹ́ adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó àtisẹ́tẹ́ òṣèlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò àtisẹ́tẹ́ èdò gbówó ń tẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ tìjà.
Thank you, Jare, ladies and gentlemen. And when they asked the PD, I'm coming, you know, Tinubu is talking about change of mindset. Tinubu is talking about all the lies, all the innuendos. Tinubu, I told you that is what this whole thing will come to. I told you that once the Supreme Court drop with the one drop, see, that is Tinubu's legitimacy certificate. He's going to milk it, but he go meet us there. They ask is asking us to have a change of mind. Change of mind. The criminals are now in charge. Somebody now said that we are going to cry for 8 years. Baba, you better pray, say, hunger no go don't kill you before then, Abi. It's like I said, I'm coming back. I won't stop quickly because you get one fight where they go on inside the jaw. So we won't stop by separate the people. Now, hunger war price, we don't they change. Or job market in Ibadan. Have you seen this?
The fishermen are lamenting for high cost of fish.
Lẹ́nu last week, ó ti di pálí 35,000 ṣáwọ́. Pálí aláìrìn 80,000. Pálí yíyan 26,000. Pálí ìkọ́tẹ́ 40,000. Ọ̀gá ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo last week. Bí gbogbo ẹsẹ̀ ń lọ káàkiri.
Kí ni àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́ja kí ni wọ́n ṣe láti bóra ní kẹ́ lọ sí ilé epo ibi kó rúùmù tó ti ń ta ẹja bí.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say, thank you, Lord.
What shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
I'm only thanking God for life. Oh. Now, let us now talk to ourselves. Because from today onward, if you are still talking about the election, the charade, it be like say, you know, you have not learned any lesson yet. Oh. People like me, Mayegun, I have been waiting for a day like this. So that if half of you that they managed to convince that Nigeria get chance, and you decided to invest your time, your resources, your life, everything. Now that you have seen you have seen the whole thing with your experience, the only lesson you should learn from all of that is that it must never happen again. And of course, it must never happen again. And do you know what I mean by it must never happen again? You must never be deceived again. To believe that you can beat the people in a rigged system without first dislodging that criminal system, you are joking. So when they say, it don't go happen again, this will never happen again. Of course, it must never happen again. You must never get deceived for so long that you could beat them in their own game, in the rules they set. You must never let that happen again. You must never let anybody deceive you into believing that you can do it that way anymore. I'm not saying that those of you who still strongly believe shouldn't, but you know, after today, if you attack Tinubu because you are obedient, they will be coming for you. The same way, the Bokwari and his terrorist government could not sleep, always have sleepless nights. Once you mentioned IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and all of that, to the point that they proscribed a democratic organization in a democratic system. System, system, because it's democratic anyway. Sure, you understand? They gave a dog bad name so that they can hang it. You, the obedient, don't let anybody deceive you, because you see, from today, they have already changed. They are charged sewage dwellers. It is going to become tribal war, ethnic war, religious wahala. Man, Bokwari and those who helped him to divide Nigeria, they did what you call tertiary job with what you're about to witness. And at this time, anybody shouting one Nigeria, It's probably somebody who has a sinister motive for you. Because usually when I see people shouting one Nigeria, pray for Nigeria, pray for Nigeria, I have been, for a while now, I've been seeing them as people who are dangerous to me. I mean, it's my fault if I have to feel that way, Abi. But I want to tell you that from my own experience, anybody who supported Bokuwari and still supporting APC, Egbekegbe, with what we know they represent, I kind of feel like that person is a dangerous person to me. I don't want to care how educated they are. I don't care how wealthy they look. Do you understand? Anybody who has passion or any little flair for them, for this APC, for a while, I've been seeing them as dangerous people. If I come around you as my friend and I realize that you have very strong conviction for Tinubu, Bokuwari, I will never get closer to you. Other than if we have any professional relationship, I'll cut them off. I mean, that's why I said it is me. I'm not saying you. Okay? So I kind of I've been very, very careful in choosing the people within my circle. Because anybody who have any little love, any kind of support for anything APC, with what they have done and still doing to Nigeria and Nigerians, I consider them as dangerous people. That if they have a chance of hurting me, they won't think twice. Sure, you understand? And you can call it PTSD. Eh? So, if you have any member of your family in this time and day defending APC, Egbekegbe, I will advise you to be very careful around them. Very, very careful around them. So from now on, it is going to become something different. And if you by any chance present yourself as obedient, who is other and all of that, and so many other people they are going to tag and give names and give something just to get rid of them, make them disappear, you know. If you will be lucky. See, if they arrest you, on any other charges, like maybe something you post on social media, you are lucky. I mean, at least if they arrest you, people will know that you are with them. Sure, you get. But in what will happen if you are, people will disappear. So people are not going to give up. So we are now getting to that stage where it is about you and that your future that you claim to value so much. There is no plan. Not even for those of you who are defending APC or say you support APC, whatever. This is beyond APC, PDP, or whatever right now. For those of you who are going to live in that contraption of Tinubu and his gang, I have something here. This is for those who are going to ask us that since it is what it is now, you should start praying for them. Listen, they are already building one for you in somewhere in Ota. Okay? Listen, what? I'll come back to that one. Now, Tinubu that has been legitimized by the Supreme Court of Nigeria, he has been empowered with a tool to say anyone, like he said there in that video, that change of attitude. Okay? So change of attitude in this sense is that, listen, don't distract me anymore with all of this media trial. He called it media trial. And he hit the ground running from day one. In fact, hang on, I'm going to put that back up. I'm sorry.
people have been coming to rejoice with you. Your job has been revalidated once more by the Supreme Court. What does this mean for you, Your Excellency?
An energizing spirit and a challenge to work harder without distraction from this moment on. We've concentrated on pulling Nigeria from the bootstrap of depression. And we understand the sovereignty of the country. You don't need additional distraction to be able to concentrate on building a new economy for the people, an inclusive one for that matter. And the judgment of the Supreme Court put a stop to shenanigans, put a stop to innuendos, put a stop to lies or trial in the media and public place. The court has demonstrated in this visible commitment to rule of law and humanity, and their commitment to do justice for all Nigerians, regardless of ethnic, religious, or any other biases. So we use the strength of our diversity to build a stronger and prosperous Nigeria, and that's my belief.
Now that your mandate is sure, sir, and Nigerians are now waiting to see what comes from this administration. So how are you rewarding Nigerians with the mandate they've given to you, Your Excellency?
I've started from day one to work hard, regardless of, the court cases, okay? And just strengthen my resolve to do more. A challenge of this nature and a future of this nature is more work and more hard work, more dedication. Just appeal to the sense of patriotism of Nigeria to have a change of mindset. Let us be positive about our country, be ready to contribute in all ways possible. There's no promise of El Dorado from day one. We're all in this boat of diversity, a member of the same family, living in the same house, but staying in different rooms. And it is important that we recognize that we have no other country but this one. So,
we have no other country but this one. All the shenanigans must stop, and the rest of that. I was using the narrative of how I see anybody who is supporting or defending APC, Tinubu, and Bukwari, okay, as people who are dangerous people. Now, you see, Nigeria has gotten to a stage whereby some of us believe that those who are intentionally promoting one Nigeria, they are going to be considered as dangerous people soon. Somebody like me, probably I'm going to have to consider people who are adamant after all your experience and experiences, and you are still shouting one Nigeria in this manner. I would have to suspect you as somebody like those who support APC, and I'll probably have to see you as a dangerous person that I would have to be very, very careful around. Because majority of those who are, at least before now, convinced that Nigeria can be helped, all that we needed was just for all of us to kind of come together and face these people, okay? And whenever people were called to actually come together, that was the moment. The same people who are calling for you coming together, they will be those same people who are championing the ethnic division, tribal division, and so many other divisions, that the religious division and the rest of them. So I then kind of feel like, after knowing what you know, and I've said this many times, that the only thing that we haven't tried in Nigeria, the only thing that we have first tried that worked in Nigeria was when everybody was in charge of their own affairs, called the regional system of government. Okay? And the only thing that has not been tried in Nigeria since after that was truncated is for all of us to actually rule ourselves like we did when we signed up to be, when we were kind of signed up to be independent, Abi. So I said, you have tried the military rule. You have tried the civilian government, civilian rule, Abi. You have tried the interim rule. You have tried all manner of other rules, Abi. But the only ones that ever worked in the history of this contraption called Nigeria was when everyone was in charge of their own affairs. And I mean, in charge of their own affairs. So the only thing we haven't tried is for all of us to go our separate ways, or to everybody to go back to facing their own affairs without anyone from any other part of outside their space and region telling them how to run their own affairs. That's the only thing they haven't tried. So if anybody is telling you that there's nothing better than democracy, that is democracy, choice. The type of government people want, how they want to be ruled, is democracy, is choice. And that is why there is a word that bridges democracy and this issue of choice, which is called referendum. Do you understand that? So if people are told, no, you can't choose that, but what you are choosing for them is something that is actually killing them, those who are dying physically and those who are actually like dying spiritually too, like they are like not there. That's what you haven't tried. So when I was telling my people on Mayegun's Diary Politico that they should not judge the obedient because their argument was very, very genuine and germane, even though we all know what the end result will be. I said, you should not, if you actually really, really support the breakup of Nigeria, you will never go against the actions of the obedient. I said anybody that could put the establishment in total disarray to make more mistakes, they are people and group of people that you should never, if you are also fighting the same monster, you should never by any means gang up to attack. And I preach the same thing to all of you. On Mayegun's Diary Political, you will see the revolution now here. Showres people. On Mayegun's Diary Political, you will see the Yoruba Nation campaigners for Yoruba Nation. You will see the Biafrans on this platform. You will see the Middle West, the Middle Beltans on this platform, the Kwarara fans. You will see even the Sharia Arewa North. You will see them here. Okay? It is like this melting pot. And I told people, I said, even those APC, Egbekegbe, who don't like me, they don't like me and I don't like them too. Sure, you understand? And that is why we don't pretend. If you see them in my comment section attacking me, they are responding to our usual. We don't like ourselves. And I'm not looking forward to them kind of liking me. But they are here. Articulators are here. Before the emergence of the obedience, when I was exposing and then doing all my stuff and, naked in Bokuari and APC, majority of the would-be articulators, they were silently thinking, see, if Mayegun is against APC, then he's probably in support of them. And on many occasions, I had to remind them, I know we not be anything, we not be, because no, don't even try with the mad. You understand? That was before the obedient. When the obedient came, I was like, this ones will be the Koboko. If you are fighting for Biafra, if you are fighting for revolution now, if yours is Yoruba Nation, and then others are obedient, you should never go against one another. Because it is the failure of those who have mismanaged Nigeria, ruined our future, that has led to the creation of so many of us that you are seeing today. The failure of those in charge of Nigeria. Those who are revolution now says, for Nigeria to work for everybody, we must all agree to go on a full-time revolution because the system is not working. Abi, the Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, they said the Igbos should move for a referendum and peacefully leave Nigeria. Why? Because Nigeria is not working. Because of the failure of the criminals who are there. Oloye Sunday Igboho, that went after the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land and then joined the campaign for the Yoruba nation. Why did you think that happened? Because of the failure of the criminals in Nigeria. Abi, it doesn't matter, PDP, APC, they are of the same coin, right? The failure of the criminals in charge of Nigeria created that. No be so? So when disobedient, who have started their struggle, paid with their life and blood, from 2020, being persecuted, prosecuted, and in fact profiled, why are they there? Because of the failure of the criminals in government. So you cannot say you are obedient, or you are revolution now, or you are for Yoruba nation, or for Biafra, and you are tearing yourselves apart. Do you know who wins? APC, PDP. You get that? What they cannot do to you, you are doing them to yourselves, dividing yourselves. Obi is a distraction, forgetting the real story that finally popped up. Obi, the real story behind that. So that was why on Mayegun's Diary Political, I kept reminding all of you. I said, do not go against them. We know they are going to rig them. We know they are going to rob them. But it is better for them to experience that. Because majority of them are from this Gen Z. Still young. A lot of them don't even know a lot of them were discovering the history of those who destroyed Nigeria, that they were different from the history and story they told them about them. A lot of them they were just discovering all of them now. And that is why you cannot tell them to pray. They will tell you they can't pray for Nigeria. Why should they pray for Nigeria when they know those who are ruining and destroying Nigeria? Sure, you understand? These were the real force that popped up Obi, even though Obi belonged to the same elite class. But where Obi stands, where all these people stand and Obi stands, Obi will be a saint, and you can all testify to that. Whether he become your president or not, a lot of us have seen that a long time ago. But I said, don't ever go against them, because from their disappointment will come their rage. And in that their rage will come the clarity of, wow, no wonder they said Nigeria can never work. Now we know why. Then they will start asking, what should we do now? Even though some of them are still going to be convinced that they will wait 2027 to remove Tinubu, but half of them already know the truth that they were lied to. Those half were those we have been waiting for. Instead of attacking them, abusing them, and calling them names and all of that, you obedient, didn't we tell you? Should be you, all of you, disobedient. You are, no. You are not learning anything. Because you see the conglomeration of everyone from different parts of Nigeria who has something that continue to tell them, or to continue to kind of make them ask questions like, God, is he a sin that has made you to create me and make me a Nigerian? A lot of people are asking that questions. And every day these criminals are even making it harder for people not to believe that Nigeria is the weapon fashioned against them. Do you understand what that means? A lot of people now knows. They thought they could save Nigeria. When you told them it will never happen, they did not believe you, because they felt like, have you even tried? If you said you have tried, they are not convinced because they haven't tried it. A lot of them are watching me right now from all over the world. They now know better than they were a year ago about Nigeria. Ask them today to go and get their PVC. They will ask you some questions that you yourself you will not be able to answer. Those are the people we have been waiting for. You shouldn't fight anybody. And remember, I'll continue to quote Rich from St. Keith, our brother from St. Keith. He said, the potential and the what do you call it? The reason why people are not happy with what is going on in Nigeria are so many. Everybody have their own reasons. Stop justifying why you want what you want. Currently, nobody will have anything they want as these rogues have taken over completely. And that's why I'm saying it to you now, that we are getting to that stage where whether you want Biafra, or you want a better Nigeria, possible Nigeria as obedient, and yours is Yoruba nation, a referendum or whatever it's going to take, let everybody go and all that. We cannot all have anything. We will have nothing if all of us still think what we want is always the best or the better way to get out of it. No, we will never get anything. A lot of you are going to understand this. So we are getting to an era whereby you will have to kind of drop the few things that you think is superior to others and be ready to march and move, mobilize, and make your general voice of rejection, not being part of this, loud and strong enough that whatever they are planning to actually do, they will meet us force for force. And I don't know how this is going to really work, but as Mayegun, the general overseer of the Temple of Truth, I am always going to have a reason to remind you that until this broken system, corrupt system in Nigeria is completely destroyed and shattered, you know, none of us is actually getting out of this contraption. No matter how intelligent you think you are, no matter how smart or how, I don't know, that you think you are, if you still think others are not pursuing the right thing in your own mind, and these criminals continue to plant this seed of division, maybe I have to make you understand something quickly. Okay? There are going to be times that they are going to call for mass protests. Now, to you, you may think, what protests go do? These people are going to kill people. Of course they are going to. Because a lot of you, what you need is that same excuse. Protests will never change anything. But it is not just protests will not change anything. It is if you would at least contribute that part of your presence to make the number, and without having to say, when they arrested Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, all of them, we told them, oh, they are now calling people to come and protest. Protesting. You need to drop that. We told them, we need Yoruba nation. We told all these people, now they are calling you to come and join Kiniko. You will need to drop that. Now, if you really want to actually make it, or else, it's not hard to understand, saying, just get yourselves ready for a journey of a traumatic 8 years. And I'm not wishing it on you. No, I'm not. There is going to be global call under different, under singular aegis and different, coming together of different groups who are ready to pursue one thing. And that one thing is that the criminals who have taken over Nigeria, it is actually not over. You know what will actually make that work? You cannot protest because of Supreme Court. Man, no lie you. You are protesting. That means you have rejected their decision, Abi. But their decision is final. That's what they will tell you. So on that note, you don't see one soldier where they do Shansa for Tinubu. That is how they roll. Tinubu can now tell the soldiers to bring anything out and kill anybody and all of that in the name of protecting the Nigerian democracy, which is not democratic anyway. But you can't protest that. You can't start anything on that. Just in my own opinion, no. But what I am envisaging for all of us, ahead of us, is that Tinubu and his gang, their propaganda cannot run Nigeria. Are you with me? The propaganda, because they rely on propaganda. Did you see that video where he was talking as if to say, he said something about taking away your depression. Are you not getting to depression in Nigeria right now? Is the economic situation not pushing many of you to depression now? Or if it's not pushed many already? He's telling himself that they are taking you out of depression. He wants to build you new economy. The new economy is to buy Cote, pack of Cote from 8,000 naira to 35,000. Shower from Abi, waiting there with that one, Agbodu, Abi, whatever, from 20,000 naira a pack to 80,000 naira. New economy, they will be telling themselves that they are excelling and doing well. You will know your life is almost like at the show code. When they call you, except if you won't die. Around that time, you will not be able to shout your APC or PDP anymore. You will not be able to shout your Obedient or whatever anymore. You will be screaming to survive. And if you don't have that mindset right now, if you are one of those who are going to continue to say, we warned you, if you have all joined us when Mazin Namdekanu was calling all of us, if you all joined us when Oloye Sunday Igboho was calling us, if all of you listened when Showore was saying revolution, we will not be here today. That means indirectly you are contributing into keeping the people down. You can't do that, or else more of us are going to be Nnamdi Kanu in the next 80 years. That is if we are actually lucky. Many people are going to die the same way they did there, Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2. And then you have all of the terrorists who are killing people all over Nigeria being freed. And those of you who talk about all those abnormalities are being haunted. They're going to haunt people. Trust me. If you continue to play that card, the card of, we told them, you will need to put that down. And I'm not saying drop it. I'm not saying drop it to save Nigeria. I'm not asking you to come and save Nigeria. I'm asking you that there is going to be a call to save your lives and your future, because you are trapped in a place called Nigeria. When that time comes and you answer that call, and you answer that call because you know your life and your future depends on it, in all genuity, you will then make all your demand when you succeed. And we must succeed. Tinubu will push people to listen to that call. Their propaganda will not fill your belly. Their wastefulness will not save your future and the that of your children. All of you will won't drink our tears. You will never get money to buy Gary. It's getting to a stage whereby you go see tears. As for me, every evening, you can bring your cup, put it in front of your TV, okay? If you dare take a sip from my tears, the following morning, you will look for the APC, secretariat next to you, and you will go there. You will be like an atomic walking bomb, a walking atomic bomb. Because if you drink Mayegun's tears and it enter your system, it will clean you up. It will detoxify you. You will become a new person. And listen, from that moment, you will know, say, poverty is not a virtue. So every evening, I will ask you to bring the cup, call your family members, sit in front of that TV. By the time I finish, you will have a full cup or a full bowl of my tears. By the time you look at them, surprisingly, you will think they are just my own tears, including your own tears too. Because I'll tell you the truth, the APC, Egbekegbe, is deluding you of their lies with. Do you understand? Because I'm still pitying you too. If you don't know what I mean, might take a little bit back and take you back to 2015. Yeah, let me circle back to 2015. In 2015, 8.5 Nigerians were unemployed officially, including Bokwari. Bokwari no get job. He was supposed to be a farmer when he was overthrown by Babangida in 1985. Abi? And he was released in 1988 sorry, 24, 36 months, 3 years in house arrest, under house arrest. When they released Bokwari from prison or house arrest in 1988, they gave him, 150 cows as the rale, whatever was left of his own loot. Bokwari was supposed to be a farmer that started a farm with 150 cows in 1988. 1988, yeah. 10 years after that, 1998, Sani Abacha died. 5 years before that, Sani Abacha appointed him as Minister of Petroleum, blah, 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 and he looted enough, but he's just never somebody who is productive with his life. He had no job. By 2008, Bokwari still had 150 cows. But by 2015, 150 cows. Nigerians had to kind of feel like, your cows know the born. Abikini. So, Bokwari and 8.5 million Nigerians were unemployed in 2015 until those who get job that time can't they shout change, 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 change. They can't go bring Bokwari come to become their president. They gave him job and the rest of them started looking for job. By the time Buhari was done with every one of them, 8 years after that, over 80 million of them are now jobless. Do you understand the karma of that? You get job, you dey print vest, print poster, do jingles, buy petrol for car, they do street campaign for change, 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 change. By the time the person they call change enter, they can't change all of them. Baba, majority of them are now beggars. Those who managed to escape from Nigeria, they are now loving Nigeria from abroad now. Those who are unlucky, majority of them are now beggars. Bambi Allah International. Unfortunately, no. Are you with me? So when it comes to that of Tifnumbu, you can just imagine the type of economy that is also building for you. So if you want to see people's tears, majority of those who collected my tears for 8 years, some of them, if you see them now, you go to see a car shock or they do them. Sorry, you see some of them, you be like, sorry, what, you look so different, were you sick or are you kind of recovering? He said, I know sick, I know sick, He said, what happened to you? You look so old, like you are just recovering. No, I've been okay, Now Nigeria told me to this, so I have not been sick. It's on go. You get what I mean? So if you want to drink my tears, I hope that in 8 years, if you are still alive, you'll be able to afford gari or kote, jekpomo, orieja. That the doctors are telling you that, what do you call it? They don't have any nutritional value. Ogbeni, mugari, jorieja, jekpomo. They are already teaching you how to survive the Tifnubunomics. So I'm just advising you, and I care for you, like I said. You will want drink my tears. And they pray say you will get money to buy Gario by the time these people are done with you. That guy that was here last night defending the senators and the lawmakers that they got, SUV vehicles of 160 million naira each. They wasted, they shall spent 58 billion naira buying themselves cars in a country that is doing Bambi Allah all over the world. Nigeria currently has over 145 million of them who are living in the abject multi-dimensional poverty right now. Women, children, from north to south, from east to west, from there to central, all over the place. People are going through hell as we speak. That drunkard senator, which happened to be an APC senator, was on Sheung Akimbaloye's program last night. I don't know if he's still drunk, but I'm going to share something with you. Still defending that they deserved it. Many people say, go look for their own money elsewhere too. Why is everybody complaining? But ladies and gentlemen, inside the House of Representatives, you have 360 members. In that 360 members, which comprises of representatives from PDP, APC, Labour Party, NNPP, Kwakwansop, who else is there? YPP. I don't know if they still have any there. So, Apuga. Out of 360 House of Representative members, all of them collected 160 million naira SUV, Toyota Land Cruiser 2023 SUV. Not a single one of them has returned the car up to now. Not a single one. Not a member of APC returned his own car to say out of morality with what Nigerians are facing, I can't take that car. That's too much. Not APC member, not Labour Party member, not NNPP member. No political party member inside the 360 of them is returning any car. Just for the record, though. In case if everybody is shouting, they are buying car, they are buying car. Look at them. Oh. Because at this point, all of you, especially all of you obedience, if you should go out there and begin to say you are obedient, and you are like fighting this Nigeria, before you know it, you go down turn to the thing where you try to run away from. Oh. Now, so the Atikulators started, though. Now, so the Agbadorians started, though. Today, if you start identifying yourself as obedient, and all of that, in this, what is actually coming, all of these Labour Party obedient lawmakers are going to join in gang. You go find yourself defending thieves, so because they are saying they are obedient too. Majority of them are going to cross over to APC. Now they know that nothing is going to happen to them. Tinubu is going to give them protection. And to so many of you, that's why I told you earlier, I said, if you really care for what you said, the reason why you wanted one Nigeria that works, Abi, now that you know better, you should never be deceived again. If not, scandal shimbo, you go see scandal, you go shout. And if you continue to identify yourself as obedient on this political what is coming, now you they call, maybe you can't defend the thieves. So I just make us say that you don't have to listen to me. So you get some people know they listen to me. So some of them, now so they go sit down for 3 hours, they go watch everything and they go say, this guy is always talking nonsense. About only patience, you sit down, they listen to a person where they talk nonsense for 3 hours. Papa, are you sure you are okay? You must be one of the most patient. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you what is coming ahead, though. Their true color is about to come out. At the Nigerian Senate, they have about 109 of them. 109. 109 of them. There are Labour Party, there are NNPP, there are APC, there are PDP, YPP, Apuga. All of them senators, they did there. All of them go collect 160 million naira worth of the Toyota Land Cruiser 2023. 160 million naira. And they say now because the Nigeria road no good. None of them is returning anything. And I don't see some people already. They are already making themselves look like they are Badomite. They are already defending. My friend, let us be realistic. If now you go return them, Abba. Same you where they talk say you want one Nigeria, you don't like waste. Because PDP no return them. APC no return them. Now you don't deform a defense team. Mayegun, listen, Mayegun, let me tell you something. I mean, I always agree with you on this one. I disagree with you, Mayegun. Of course, now you go disagree with me. The Nigerianness in you will show. How long do you think you are going to begin to look like the people you think you are different from? Abi, we know how that be. Don't worry. I disagree with you on this, Mayegun. Since we all know that this is what the Senate is presenting to them, Cabo, 160 million. Abi, at least it's not that they gave them the money to go and buy. They gave the car to them as official car. At least for morality's sake, return it. Return it. Here you understand. So if you disagree with me, you are welcome. At least we don't have to agree, Abi. But I am giving you the sign. You go defend that kind of thing, plenty of it too. As for the guy, in one way you understand why it's so important for the second time.
Is it sensitive to be spending 140 million? If I give you 140 million naira cash to take to your senatorial district, won't your people benefit from it?
Let me tell you, Sean. I don't want to go personal now. I don't want to go personal. That same vehicle that you're talking of, before coming to the National Assembly, I have a vehicle that I have bigger than that.
But this is Nigerian money.
Yeah, so
Nigeria does not have money at the moment. So 26 point something inflation rate with over 34% of Nigerians unemployed.
Are we supposed
with
to,
over 134 million Nigerians multidimensionally poor? Is it sensitive that those who are supposed to represent the people go to Abuja and lavish themselves with luxury vehicle? Is that sensitive, Senator?
Are we supposed to do our oversight function trekking or going without vehicles?
Maybe you could have considered a more cheaper vehicles to get the job done. Maybe a car. Maybe a sedan.
If I travel to...
Maybe a 25 million naira worth of sedan vehicle might do the job.
If I travel to my constituency with a car now, by the time I go 3-4 times, you know Nigerian roads.
Is that not an indictment on you, those of you who are in power?
What?
Those of you who are leaders in Nigeria today, is that not an indictment? And we have bad roads in the state, in your local government, in the senatorial district. Is that not an indictment on those of you who are in power?
It's a discussion for another day. You see the level of...
But Nigerians suffer for the inefficiency of those who are in power,
let me tell
Senator?
You, if you look at Nigerian roads all over the Federation, that we have a serious problem. Because nothing much has been done in the last few years. Most of our roads, they are terribly bad. In fact, the government cannot even have fund enough to work on those roads. We have to go back into a PPP, a private partnership arrangement where people can invest, toll those roads, and get their money. In return, it is done.
We'll find out whether or not what you are doing is illegal or what you're doing as a senator or as lawmakers in the eye of the law is right or wrong, or whether or not it's morally justified. But Section 84 of the Nigerian Constitution empowers RAMFAC to mandate or determine the salaries, allowances of public officials, including members of the National Assembly. And this is what RAMFAC, based on the last published figure of the basic salary of a senator. It says that a senator earns 2-point-something million naira. Therefore, with that, a senator should be entitled to about 8.1 million naira worth of vehicle, which is about 400% of your basic salary. That is what the law under RAMFAC says, Senator. And for your colleagues in the lower chamber, their basic salary as last published was about 1.9 million. And you can draw a car loan to the extent of 7.9 million, but you can't exceed that. That is what the RAMFAC law says. But if you're buying a vehicle of 140 million naira, based on this, it says something is wrong.
I'm not even, don't forget that I'm not, I didn't tell you that I don't even know the figure as I'm talking to you. Because it's not my responsibility.
If you're buying a Land Cruiser, we've done our own research and I've given you a median of what it costs in the market right now. So we heard that the cost that National Assembly is getting is 160 million. But I've taken that figure and put it under the table. I've given you a 140 million. Prado is about 85 to 90 million naira. So let's assume that you're buying it at 140 million, no matter what the case may be. Senator, can you look Nigerians in the eye tonight and say what you are doing is sensible and appeals to the sensibilities of Nigerians who are poor, some of them who cannot even afford a food on their table tonight, some of them will go hungry without being able to provide for their families, some of them who are multidimensionally poor. Dollar to a naira is about 1,250, and we have our lawmakers buying this kind of vehicle. Is that right? Is that justifiable, Senator?
Sure. Is it only Nigerian senators and House of Rep members that are using?
But does it make it right if you're not the only one? I mean, and I'm not making any allegations against you, and I'm just saying that if anybody is caught doing something wrong, I'm not the only one doing it. Other people are doing it.
Can I ask you a question, Theo?
Go ahead, please.
Your MD, is it MD or the head of your this thing? Which type of vehicle is he using?
I use an SUV. That's why I told you.
SUV.
It's an SUV. I use a mini SUV based on the status of my role here, and that's why I drew that inference.
Why didn't you buy Nigerian-made vehicle?
I have. My vehicle is is produced here in Nigeria.
Which
I use a GAC that was coupled in Lagos.
Well, how much did you buy?
It's a company. It's an official vehicle.
So, your company chose to buy you
official vehicle as a private organization, but you are a public officer, senator, and that's why we are asking you tonight. He who comes with equity must come with cleaner. Senator, Nigerians are suffering. There's poverty in the land. Can you, for a moment, even jettison that idea to show Nigerians that you guys are committed to the plight of the poor people, that you cannot run government as usual? You are a member of the APC, a senior member of the APC. Can Nigerians trust the APC and the leaders of today that they really care about the people of this country?
You know, assembly, we talk of the same thing. Maybe as a local manufacturing plant develop, we may choose to patronize.
The GAC, in collaboration with the Lagos State government, just launched 2,000 vehicles. There is Innocent in Anambra State. There's another young man who is producing a vehicle that will be useful. If you say utility vehicle, is another Nigerian, his name just skipped my mind right now. Not NORD, is a Nigerian young man producing vehicle. And this set of people will look at you, who are supposed to be leaders of Nigeria. How disappointed do you think they would be in you?
I've just said that in future, and surely as Nigerian manufacturing sector develop.
Senator,
nuisance lele.
Somebody said, oh my God, what did I just watch? Drama still day. All these ones are just the tip. Did you see his body language? Did you see that smirk? I mean, what do you call smirk look on his face? Okay. As Seun was giving him all those facts, it was just like, okay, and so? So? Like, how could you? Even that you are even breaking law. Nigerian senators were supposed to take car loan of 400% of their salary. Senators, they are not to buy them cars, oh. They are not supposed to buy them cars, oh. Senators in Nigeria, lawmakers, oh. They were supposed to take car loans that must not be more than 9 million for senators and not more than 7 million or so for House of Reps. And these guys allocated times 1,000% of that to themselves. They break the law. I told you, lawbreakers and lawmakers, you cannot run a country that is sinking this way. Okay? It's going to be a bubble that is going to burst. And when I say burst, that is where the violence is going to come in. They are going to lose control of you soon, oh. You will remember Bokwari and say Bokwari is better. And they will lose the control over you. Even majority of you are so scared now. I mean, I don't want to die. Yusuf, come back home. Come back. Whoa. They will soon lose control of you soon. You know when you are like, you wake up. And the situation is looking like, why are you even like, let's make you person could just die, or why am I still here? Why am I still, that kind of feeling? So this talk about no one die. When you have massive people who don't give a damn about dying or not dying anymore, because Nigeria will push you to that stage. You cannot run a country like that. I'll play this one for you again. It's because the price of fish has skyrocketed by over 500%. That is why these women in Ibadan, they thought they were protesting. They were protesting. They said the price is going to make them probably jobless soon. They are traders who trades in fish or fishes. Abi, the price is becoming so unaffordable for those who are sellers. Person who won't sell you fish, don't they lose money to even afford to buy fish to come and sell to you? A lot of people, businesses, who will lose you will lose your money. I'm not wishing it on you. It's just going to happen. These criminals and the way they are going, they will lead everybody there. Abi, now because of fish, even our Lord Jesus Christ used 5 fish and then 1 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Abi, basket of bread with 5 fishes. Abi, even in Ibadan right now, that people are running out of fish and they are now getting to a stage whereby the poverty is becoming unavoidable. Everybody looks and scream by you.
The fishermen are lamenting for high cost of fish. Èló lẹ ra àpò báàgì ẹja kan.
Ajé ẹlẹ́rìí tẹ́lẹ̀ 30,000 lára ta faramọ́. Wọ́n ní ìsìn báyìí 80,000 nípa 80,000. Tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ní ṣáwá 8,000 lára. Àfaramọ́ 20,000 wọ́n tún tàn 35,000 báyìí. Lẹ́nu last week ó ti di pálí 35,000 ṣáwá. Pálí aláìrán 80,000. Pálá yíyan 26,000. Pálí ìkọ́tẹ́ 40,000. Tọ́lẹ̀ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ last week.
Kí ni àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́ja kí ni wọ́n ṣe láti
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
You understand? So, as we are now at that stage where make everybody call, making carry in cross, as they say, elections have consequences. A lot of them are going to begin to look for those to target and ask for help. Normally, you should help people without expecting them to pay you back. That is the purpose of helping people. Okay? It must come from your heart and all that. A lot of Nigerians, especially some of you who want to japa, they will do everything to trap you there. The economy is going to take a lot of heat. They are going to give you voodoo economy and the rest of that, which will make a lot of you even poorer. Your business is dead. So many of you will begin to look out for those who can bail you. And like I said, if you think you witness begging, online Bambi Allah, under Bokuari, all those ones are Tospeo. They are tip of the iceberg. A lot of them are going to come around. They're going to target a lot of you, especially those of you who are in the diaspora. I am not saying you shouldn't help people. But anybody will get money to come on social media to ask for help, that means that person cannot claim ignorance of what is going on in Nigeria. I implore you, before you give anybody your money or anybody any support, before you do any business with anybody in Nigeria, from Nigeria, I beg you to take a look at their political choices. Are you with me? You must find out what they did and where they are from. Don't let anybody blackmail you with, is it because you choose Atiku? Is it because you choose Obi and I choose Tinubu? Is that why you are now judging me? If you want to help me, help me. Don't let anybody blackmail you. I heard a lot of that under Bukwari. You have every right, okay, to make sure that you do not feed the devil. Are you listening to me? It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you somebody who doesn't want evil to germinate. A lot of them are going to be running helter-skelter all over the place. They are going to be dropping different sober stories. If anybody approaches you on social media and they start telling you their story to ask for help, before you go into feeling a passion for anybody, that person who has a chance to be on social media means he or she will never claim ignorance that he didn't know. If you help anybody like that, you are keeping them alive for 2027. I'm not saying you should not help people as your GO of this temple of truth. I command you never to let evil germinate you. Anywhere you see evil seed, do not water it. Don't turn around and say, don't let anybody tell you that you are judging them because of politics. Judge them, because you see, this is their decision. Many innocent people are going to lose their businesses. Many of you who still get jobs right now are going to lose your jobs. A lot of you that are saying you are still trying to keep your head above water in this ruined Nigeria economy, many of you are going to drown. Are you listening to me? Just like some are going to try and swim to the shore. A lot of you are not going to swim to the end. A lot of things are going to happen, and it's going to be because of this Tinubu and his gang. Are you following me? I implore you, I command you never to water any evil seed anywhere. That is the first one. The second one is that know thy enemies. Anybody that tells you to pray for Nigeria, from this moment on, I want you to begin to suspect that person. If you have any family member, a friend, online, offline, you see, I mentioned those online. I specifically mentioned those online. Nobody can claim to be ignorant of what Nigeria has entered. And if they contributed to that, you must never spare them. It's important. You understand? Now, those of you who want to do good, you can possibly take your goodness to the people who are not online, the real people. If you look at the Yoruba Union now, we are meeting with the real people who are also enablers. They are enablers of this rot. But they are not like those who put up data on their phones to start looking for whoever is criticizing APC, Tinubu, to attack them, abuse them, and do all of that against them. That means they have data to do that. If you are very generous that you don't want to shut down completely like us as Yoruba Union, Now you can now take your support to those in your communities, those you know, and all of that. If you have a family member that is still standing and grandstanding today, telling you that you have a problem for not excuse me, oh dear, for not accepting Tifnumbu, if you have a family member that is actually like still standing with Tifnumbu and this APC, family member, quote, family member, I implore you to be very careful around such people. Do you understand that now? I implore you to be very careful. And if you can actually cut them off anything that has to do with you when it comes to personal progress and the rest of that, cut them off from your life. Don't tell me we are taking this too far. You have no idea. These guys are going to ruin lives, including the lives of some of them who are popping them and nudging them on. I know this. Bokwari is just something that just happened like yesterday. Majority of them who defended him, they are about to use Bokwari to defend Tifnumbu. They will destroy you. Majority of them have nothing to lose anymore. Do you understand that? If you have a chance or you have that, that is a personal symptom. You need to be very careful around them. Very careful around them. I won't say more than that. If you need to go and help other people, they're fine. But if you see anybody where they tell you, say, make you pray for Nigeria, you need to suspect them too. Okay? Nigeria is dying. Gone. It is like something that was on life support. But now, they are about to take that life support off completely. These guys will ruin Nigeria economy. They will ruin things beyond what you can. I mean, they can give you all these fancy words, though, that they are so good at. Oh. That's why I said propaganda cannot put food on your table. Propaganda, cannot give Naira value. And with this philanthropy, these wasteful criminals, which will continue to do things that are not indeed any investment in the major economy, they will be telling you that it's coming. They will become motivational speakers. When it gets to a stage that your criticisms are getting too much, they will now come after you, just like Bokwari. But this time around, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. So if anybody tells you to pray for Nigeria, is a closet hidden adversary, enemy. That person may likely, if they have a chance, they will kill you. Even though themselves don't see it that way. Some of them are watching me right now. But my ego, but we still need to pray. I'm not saying you shouldn't pray. But when we are talking about Niger and the criminals that are deliberately destroying her, do not come around and say we should pray for Nigeria. Nigeria is not building industries. It's not powering up their industries. Nigeria is not creating jobs. Nigeria pastors and all of them, including some of these, they do praise and worship now inside some of these new Muslim groups too, Abi. Now in Nigeria, they are building auditoriums, the biggest praying center in Africa, in the whole world, so that Nigerians can go inside the place to go and pray for jobs, to go and pray for good economy, to go and pray for their leaders to have sense, to go and pray for security. This is not a giga, what do they call those big factories that all these tech companies are building? Giga suit. Oh. This one is not like a giga suit, something they are manufacturing anything. Oh. Now prayers, Nigerians go here. They want a place where you have like 500,000 Nigerians screaming in the name of Jesus. Father, Lord, come and solve our problem. Iluoshi. Now Yedepo Church be that too, the biggest auditorium, and majority of them who are like Oyedepo's winner chapels followers. Some of them are watching me right now. And that's why I said that you should never always think that you owe me anything. Because when I talk like this, even those who say I like what you are doing, that moment they will just say, this guy is talking nonsense. He's about to talk about their pastor. If you feel like that they talk nonsense, we the lower lori war ati our pastor here. They are building mega churches so that Nigerians can go there and pray against their problems. And they will tell you, so is it Oyedepo's problem? Is it Oyedepo's problem that Nigeria is not working? Is it Oyedepo that is? I'm not saying it's Oyedepo. I'm just saying, if you are stupid enough, not to actually see the business opportunity in the poverty capital of the world. If you look at the countries that are so prayerful, Nigeria is number 2. And the countries who identify that they are so prayerful, that they love praying, they are the poorest country in the world. Tony we look what you una no like make person they tell you the truth. Especially if it affected the people where you they worship. Do you know that those countries who identify as those who are praying to Jesus, praying to Allah, praying to this, they are these countries with the most terrorism. They are the most corrupt countries. They are the most poorest countries in the world. Those that said their citizens, they ask them, do you pray? How many times do you pray? Do you pray to? What do you pray for? And they are the poorest. Nigeria is number 2. So, if you have a business where people, they pray, where do you go build? Factory or church? So this stupid people, majority in me. If you have a country with over 200 million people, who says they always pray to God and all of that, which one you go build? Now church you go build or na factory you go build? Country where no get electricity. In the country, you know, they don't have electricity. They don't have security. Corrupt criminals are those in charge of the country. The entire economy is a voodoo one, okay? People are praying. Person who graduated, looking for a job, he will go to church or go to mosque, mashalashi, to go and pray to Allah or God to give him job. And most of the time, they come back and say, my prayer was answered, Mayegun. I prayed so hard. I'm not questioning all of that. Okay? I'm just telling you the proximity of all of this. Now, if you then, those of you where they pray for job, where they pray for this, when are they talk about Nigeria, don't come there and tell me to pray for Nigeria. Show Shirini. That is why I'm telling you all of that. Show get it. All of you now, when they say any smart thing, let us just pray. Let's pray for Nigeria. What? Show why meaning. So if I now tell you that no wonder they are building the biggest churches, the biggest mosque for you to go there, go and pray for Nigeria. You see, now you Kosam. So if anybody tell you, say make you pray for Nigeria, they are like indirect people that if they have the chance, they will kill you. I just said you should know. Anybody will do the comment section, even if you know them one-on-one, and they are saying, hey, but what do you want us to do? We need to just pray. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't try it too. The unity beggars, let us all just come together and forget this and move on. Let us say, come to your mind, because things are about to get and go south now. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the shit is about to hit the fan. And you need to take a position. Take a position. Soldiers, you know, that's what people actually thought I would do. They want me to sit down here and give command and give order and expect people to do them. No. I would rather work with your mind. So that when I say, soldiers, take position, una go just say, ahoo. I don't even know if that is right. Soldiers, take position. Say, ahoo. Nobody say you go to tell me, say, Mayegun, yourself, calm down. Mayegun, let us just pray. Oh, but my beg you, friend. So I prefer your mind to know why you have to do what you have to do whenever you are called upon. And that is the army that we have to build. You get that? Those who are going to tell you to pray for Nigeria, we are going to fire them. Here you get. Anybody when they tell you, say, when they talk important thing, they jump inside it. And let us just pray. What else do you want us to do? Shamba mi shieni. Rice, me don't no drops and sand inside this thing where they cook. Because when everybody understands the danger we are all in, when everybody understands what is actually ahead and against, that is up and against us, right? All our differences will disappear. You will drop it. You will drop all your differences. And I'm not saying everybody would, right? But we will drop our differences. That's why I'm working on your mind. That's what I'm doing, okay? This Mayegun is trying to brainwash the people. No, I'm not brainwashing the people. I'm actually, right, cleaning. What's the other one? Deep washing. The corroded, corrosive, dirty, and adulterated, conditioned minds of every person that comes across my video. We're conditioned never to be like this. We're never supposed to question these people. We're meant to believe that we're going to die if we ever stand up against this establishment and all that, no matter who is in charge. That mind is the mind I am cleansing. Clean it up. Not brainwashing you. So that when you sit down, you go to look at yourself and say, "Now me be this? Ha! Which kind of life be this? Which kind of country be this?" So when they say, "Soldiers, take position," you say, "Ahoo, ahoo," you go take position. And they don't like that. So they are coming for the social media too. They will shut it down. They will arrest people. They will send people to exile. They will look for people to actually kidnap as well. And from what I have been told, they don't have any plan of letting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. So if you are a Biafran that wants Biafra, and this is the time for you as well, if you are genuinely for Biafra, this is the time for you to see everyone who is against this establishment as your potential partner, even if it's going to be temporary. Or else, my long gone. What I'm going to do is that I am going to take a break of a few minutes. Okay, if you are still watching me, like the video. Maybe if you want to be here next time, subscribe to my channel as well. Like the broadcast, share it. And when I get back, I am going to take calls. You know how we do it, right? Just like it, and then I will join you in a moment. Okay, I'll be back. Hello there.
Hello, my good general, my GO.
Hello, sir. How are you tonight, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is Zeus.
Zeus, yes.
My good, you are the prophet of our time. I really appreciate everything you said. You know, since I started watching your program, Mayegu, I mean, you have really, really, really enlightened me a lot and changed my views about the average Nigerian out there. Yes. You know, they are people like you are special. You know, so I really appreciate you a lot.
Thanks,
I was watching the judiciary and all the stuff, yesterday. It was really heartbreaking. You know, I just want Nigerians to know that Nigeria have been captured. There's no other way we can look at it. I mean, they're using technicalities to throw away obvious cases. I was listening to the judge yesterday say that because the U.S. Courts lack jurisdiction to actually, that they did not print anything like a stamped affidavit or anything to produce to them. And even though that the law allows them to bring in new inputs, that because the Chicago State did not write anything down and notarize it, then that means it's not there. So they should actually, the little girl, Mercy Omar, they should go and apologize to her. Because now it's like every Nigerian now, every document we produce now all over the world is a suspect. And again, they're still trying to throw away everything. So the way I'm looking at it, they even said that what they use the word hearsay, that what the returning officers did was a hearsay, that even though they are still alive, that none of them show up in court. And the ones that showed up, they out of, they say 5,000 to 6,000 polling units, that they were able to just show up in very few polling units, that they are not octopus with different tentacles. So when they were planning the election, didn't they know that they have 5,000 or 6,000 different polling units, that these people cannot be octopus to have tentacles to go all around everywhere? So they already know their loopholes already, just waiting for it to happen.
You can't beat them in their own game.
Oh no, these people they are too smart. And one thing I want to say is that misery needs company.
That's right.
Some people are so wicked that they're willing to hurt themselves if it means others will be hurt too.
Man, you have observed that too. That some people are like, if I'm going to suffer, everybody must suffer too.
Everybody must suffer with me. I don't care the consequences. And that is why, like, when I start thinking about our history back in the days, the white people, they came to enslave us. Yes. And when they came, they gave some people Kai the gene. They gave them mirror. They gave them anything that they can get, gunpowder. And these people were willing to actually capture their own people and send them to a foreign land that they don't even, of no return.
And they know that they will never come back. Yes.
No.
They did.
And this is exactly the same mentality that these people have. They are so brutal and wicked that they don't care. Look at the money they were giving. Look at the, we're saying that we have a bad economy. We people are suffering. Look at what the House of Rep, look at the kind of cars, the Prado they bought for them.
That's right.
They're buying cars, and Nigeria is producing vehicles too. You don't even think about Nigerian economy. No, you don't want people, because if they use that money to buy Nigerian vehicles, that will increase jobs for Nigerians.
They don't know that. And
that will help the Nigerian economy. But you rather go and buy from Toyota, Japan, Prado Jeep, for that kind of amount that is helping the Japanese economy while Nigerian economy is in tatters. This is I don't even know who these people are. Yeah, and the only policy they have for Naira is they want to save the Naira by swapping it, printing it, reducing it, e-Naira-ing it, floating it, lifting restrictions, prayers by Pastor Adeboye's and co. That is not how you revamp your economy.
No, that's not how it is done.
And on the Nnamdi Kanu issue, I just want every Nigerian now to let's throw away all our differences. We are indigenous to this area. All those people now that are leading us, from Buhari, I started having suspects that they're bringing in foreigners, people that are not indigenous to us. Because if you love your own, there's a limit to the way you're gonna destroy that piece that you love. This Tinubu to me is still a suspect. We don't know who his father is. We don't know who his mother is. We don't know his primary school. We don't know his secondary school. We don't know where he grew up. We don't know nothing about this dude. And that's the person we are giving charge to take care of everything that concerns us.
Whether we like it or not.
I'm not gonna be tired we're going to keep talking to them and try to bring the people back into the mind of consciousness.
That's right.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you, my brother.
Bless you, Zeus. Thank you so much for that. That's a great one. This time around, we are going to do more than talking. I'm now preparing the mind of everybody that comes across my own video. Preparing your mind for what is now called mobilization movement. So it's going to be beyond talking now. We are going to have to do more than talking. Please. Windy City.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Yes, sir. Oh, well, I'm okay. I'm fine. I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there soaking up all what you're putting out. It's terrible.
Usual, right?
It's terrible.
I was reminding those who are going to drink our tears that may they be able to afford Gary when those tears are coming, because that is also essential. If they are going to drink our tears, there will be many.
Now, if people don't take anything serious, I think they should go and rewatch this particular interview that they did with that guy. I don't know that guy, the one that was slumping over the chair. Simple question: is he okay? Can you look at Nigeria? Can you look at Nigeria and say, this is right? Okay? The same question they posed to Bill Clinton back in 89 or 90 when he was campaigning. The guy walked forward and said, I feel your pain. That's where you know that these people have empathy. These animals in Nigeria, they need to be treated like animals. I don't have no respect for them. Anybody in government, thank God I don't have anybody in government. Even if I have people in government, I'll stay 10 miles away from them.
You have to.
When I see them, I run towards the hill.
That's right.
Because you will say something wrong, all of a sudden you see the DSS or RS or whatever they're using. So if Nigeria don't know what they just bargained for, sit down, belt up, enjoy the ride.
And it's going to be a very long one. Thank you. Windy City.
Thank you very much. Keep on the good work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
That's a Windy City. And I also have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Princess Balogu, how are you?
Hello. Oh, I'm fine.
I mean, I said, see, guys, listen. I sent a text to Princess Balogu, and I said, congratulations on this your Supreme Court verdict. I said, may this Tinubu's government favor you and your family. Princess was like, my I was like, did that sound like a penny? I said, it go favor you and your family. And she was like, please don't let me. Now you are here. Princess, I don't know how to greet you. Eku Supreme Court, or which one?
Oh, no, Aku Faradani.
Okay, or Eku Ipalemo.
Ipalemo, we've told them before that they should have 8 years to their whatever age they are right now. We said it before the election. I said it last year. I said it 2 years ago.
You have always been saying it.
Yes, add it up. When you add it up, whoever that is 20 now will be 28 years. Whoever that is 30 right now will be 38 years old. 40 will be 48 at that time. Yeah, it's just going to go on and on like that. If you're in your 60s or your 70s, you might be dead before these people are out of office. Yes, it is as simple as that. In fact, you that are in your 20s might even die younger. It is very simple. I told you people we start committing suicide. We've seen that. It is not going to be inflation. It is going to be frustration. It is going to be depression. We have said it severally. Buying those vehicles alone is not up to things that has broken up countries. And you saw a member of House of Rep come on a national television program and act like a nincompoop like that. You know, you saw the president coming out and talking about depression. What are you selling as a country? What are you selling as a country? There are people that can fix this thing. Even common sense, yeah? Economy is the study of black. Common sense will tell you that. Start doing something. Immediately you start doing something, whoever that is coming to buy that thing from you, tell them to buy it in Naira. Tell them to buy it in Naira. They will start sourcing for Naira. Immediately they start sourcing for Naira, you will grow your economy. It is very, see, my 3, 5-year-old, 7-year-old boys know all these things I'm talking about. My children know these things that I'm talking about. Invest in education. A society that people are really informed, yeah? We grow. They know what to listen to and what not to listen to, but you're bringing Alumajiri over everywhere. Olórí burúkú yé ẹ̀kọ́ bá gbogbo business jẹ́ fún yàn ṣá. I told people, you ask me for money, màá gbé ẹ ṣépè ìfà, màá sọ fún àwọn tó pa Mohbad gbélé ẹ̀ ní. It's very simple, wọ́n wá pa ìmọ́lẹ̀ ni. Don't ask me for anything. I am not ready for this. Because it seems people cannot look at other countries now. One Singapore. People are living life. If democracy is not something we are matured for, let's drop it for the Europeans. Let's drop it for the Americans. I want to work. We doesn't work here. Because at the end of every 8 years, you see some bastard will come up and they will destroy whatever the other party might have done, the opposition might have done, and start their own nonsense on their own. I have told people, there is power in number. That's right. It is the people's power, and the people's power is the power of the people. Mayegu, 12 million of us can take over the whole of this Lagos state. They go kill, they go tire. So, yeah, if 10 million people should use the street of Lagos, the military will drop their guns, I tell you. Why did they go in the afternoon? There were so many in the afternoon where they killed the NSAS boys now. The people they killed at the NSAS, there were many in the afternoon. Why did they go in the afternoon?
I mean, it's like
if we use the streets at one time, these things are even see. My God, àwọn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kò yẹ kó tó báyìí. Káwọn èèyàn ti bọ́ta. Ṣé wọ́n ṣètò fáwọn èèyàn ní àbáyé àwọn èèyàn pàṣẹ ni? What is all this nonsense? Well, you're protecting your children's future. In fact, see, you're all still in slavery or they own you. If that is the way you want to hear it, they own you. You work for them. When you work for them, you know they devalue your money. You never in vain. That is what you've been doing. And you let me call you Bobo. That is what you've been doing. If you don't believe you are the leaders you have been waiting for, you are not waiting for anybody. Majority of us are in our 40s. We are not waiting for anything. We are the leaders we have been waiting for.
You have a good one, Princess. So I'm going to ask our viewers to take a moment as well to like that video, okay? You need to. And here we go. Osita, one name.
One name more.
One name. How are you?
The Lord, our God, the God of hosts, will continue to bless you with maximum wisdom.
Amen. You say
you will continue to grow in wisdom, no matter what anybody.
Osita.
You know.
Thank you.
I remembered before the election, I was talking to my neighbors because they themselves too, they are Igbos. And I was talking to them there. I was asking them, do you ever think this P2B is going to win the election? You think they will make him the president? But really, I told them,
He'll probably win the election, but he will never.
They will never declare him.
They will never declare him. I said because we've never had an election in Nigeria. What we've always had is selection.
That's right.
I said, I told them that they should look at the comment of Tinubu. There was one comment he made in one of his negative rallies. And he said that whatever anybody does, that he will be the president come 25th.
He didn't know where everybody is running to, but he is going to the villa.
He's going to the villa.
President. That's it.
So I said, when somebody talks like that, you should know there's no election.
It's coronation selection.
It's coronated selection. So what we saw today, I didn't pay attention. I normally do sleep around 2:30 a.m. to 3 a.m. between that time every day. I looked at it. I didn't see anything. Around 5 a.m. when I woke up again, I looked at it. I saw it. So it wasn't. It's not a magic. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that that is what it's going to be. And like I've always said, the problem that we are facing in Africa, because sometimes we'll come over here and we'll look at the kids that are brought up here, that are born and brought up here, and we'll say, oh, they don't have respect for elders. But you see, that respect they don't have for elders is actually the problem we have in Africa, that we have respect for elders. I can only have regards. There's a difference between regards and respect. I can only have regards for my own parents, my mom, my dad. Just the way you should have that regard for your mom and your dad.
That's right.
But when it comes to respect, I am not supposed to respect you because I only give respect to character. The character is what comes out from inside of you. That is your character. That is the only thing I respect. So we fundamentally, what we do, we mix up the respect and regards. There is a thin line between the respect and regard. So this is where it has led us to. When you look at the power players in today's running of Nigerian or African government, you will find out that it's the people that we call our parents that always tell us respect elders. As each and every one of us here is, as each and every one of us is here now, if we go out there and tell our people that we want to go and fight, there is no young man of your age that will come out and tell you, don't go and fight. The people that will come out and tell you don't fight is those people we call elders. That's right. Even in church, it happens in church. Most of these people that call themselves elders, if you listen to their advice of the happenings of today in this world,
they are mostly to mislead the young people, by the way.
Yes, I bet you will fail.
That's right.
If you listen to them, you are going to fail.
That is right.
Because they have been programmed and programmed in such a manner that they are programmed to feel pain. But the young lads are not meant to feel, and endure. We are not meant to feel pain. Give and take. Like Princess said, education, all the money they are borrowing, none of them is channeled or funneled into education. They are channeled into buying SUV. The SUV, renovating their houses and their wardrobes. They don't have clothes. They don't have boxers before, but now they are going to buy boxers because they are because they are National Assembly members. When you do not invest in education, you have an ulterior motive The ulterior motive of not investing on education is to hold the people down because you don't want them to understand the meaning of their rights. Look at it. For example, when you go to Lagos today and you talk to a young boy, I use Lagos as an example because I was born and bred in Lagos. So when you look at a young boy who is coming up and ask that young boy, who do you want to be like tomorrow? Who is your role model? You bring the picture of, I know he's a criminal too. What's his name? Tony Elumelu and Jimovia. They are criminals too. If you bring their picture and show to that little boy, do you know this person? He will tell you no.
They have no idea.
That this is what this person is. He doesn't want to listen. But when you bring the picture of the commander of criminals in Nigeria and say, oh, do you know who these are? He will say, MC.
Billionaire thug. The richest
Billionaire
thug in Africa.
Yes. He wants to be like MC Oluero. So this is what I keep saying, that the biggest problem that we have in Nigeria today, the elders, that thing they say, respect and education. So there is no place, there is no parastatals that elders does not put their mouth in Nigeria. So until we begin to delete their mouth from politics, even when you go and ask them that, oh, we want Yoruba nation, you will see they'll be quiet. They'll be quiet because they don't want to take that chance. They don't want to take their chances. Older people don't take chances. It is younger people that take chances.
That's right.
So,
but you know another saying in Yoruba, they said that it is older people that always start war, and the younger people are the ones who fight the war for them. You get what I mean? In their rigidity and all of that. I read that somewhere.
That was in the years or yester century, long time ago. It is not today's world, because this today's world
choosing their battle now.
Yes, because in today's world, today's world has really changed. Everything has changed. The dynamics, the technology, the economy, everything has really changed. Those years that you are talking about is when we use Oweyo, but now we don't use Oweyo anymore. So gone are those days. Thank you, my brother. Keep doing the good work.
Yes, sir.
We will not give up. We will keep talking.
Thank you so much, Osita. I'll take another one. Oh, I think it was to say something there, by the way. Hello there.
Hello, good evening, Mayegon.
Is that today, right?
Yeah,
today from
this Sunday.
Man, be like say all the veterans get the time tonight. Oh, how is South Africa tonight?
We thank God, Mayegon. We thank God. I have to pray for long, man.
Great. So it's really good to hear your voice again on the program. And how is everyone?
Yeah, we thank God. And how's the family over there?
We're surviving too. We're grateful. Thank you very much
for
asking, right?
Yeah.
It don't happen.
It don't happen. That is why, Mayegon, if you can recall correctly, I've always said this. Remember, I used to say we have a cultural problem, mentality problem. See, I want to lie. Baba, look at that senator. You can see the questions Sean was throwing at him. You could see there's some people who studied body movement. You can see the way he's moving. He doesn't give a shit about anybody.
And that's exactly how all of them actually feel. But Nigerians who are thinking they have a country, they have no idea what is at stake here yet.
Mayegun, that is the way every crumb eater feels. Whoever is benefiting from the system, that's how they feel.
That's how they feel.
Whoever is benefiting, even forget lawmakers, forget minister, whoever is eating from them, that is how they behave and feel. That's what I'm saying is a mentality problem. When people are eating and collecting money from these people, they don't care whatever happens to the common people.
Crumb eaters.
It's It's a mentality problem. It's that thing. I don't know. For how long? Papa, Tinubu is not somebody you can entrust with Nigeria, the old Nigerian power. He's not that
Baba,
person.
the old Nigeria is in his stand now. People should just wait.
He's not that person.
When they finish the cooking and serve everybody. Now everybody go collect. Amy.
Everybody, Papa. If it was one latency where he don't reach now, even us where they abroad go collect. Remember we had the conversation
collect
privately.
already. A lot of people are not admitting it yet, but everybody go come out and say, they eat deal because me, Mayegun, I will make them see and come out and confess it because you can live in denial. But when you watch Mayegun, you begin to tell yourself, I don't feel like again. Oh, this thing they worry me too. Mayegun was talking to me. It will touch everybody.
Definitely.
Oh, get ready.
It will touch everybody because we might think the whole world is not watching. They are watching us.
Yeah.
They see how cowardly we become to allow somebody who forged a document to become our president, a drug dealer. Do you know how they'll be? I told you about what is going on in South Africa. Do you know how they'll be treating us right now? Whatever document we submit, they will never trust it. Forget it. And we've been battling a lot of things in South Africa already. So a couple added to this right now. They will tell you frankly, all the master still forward this. Don't you have a president who forged a document to become a president? They will tell you.
Man, next 8 years in here, man. Who will try and endure that? Over long ago today. I tell you.
You go long, you go touch, Papa, you go touch everybody. And people will go touch pass, we go meet pass now. Nigerians will live for Asia and Africa countries. Honestly. Go and mark my word. My ego. I've told people, unlearn so many rubbish from your life and relearn new things. In fact, we've been controlled by a wasted generation. You see all those generation of Tinubu? They are wasted generation. Generation giddy. They don't be better generation. Look at the wasted. Imagine when you're studying law right now, it's rubbish in Nigeria. Okay, what is law right now in Nigeria?
Which law are you studying in Nigeria, particularly? Yes. Nigeria Constitution.
What is law?
Which one? Or Sharia?
Trash.
Why are you studying law in a lawless country?
Trash, Papa. Trash. See, I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
My ego. Keep the good work going, Baba. We gather there. We did together, Baba.
Stay safe and take it easy, brother. Right? Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Man.
So I have another caller on the line. If I'm still lucky. Hello.
Hey, Mayogo.
Hey, my lady, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you.
Ajia.
Yeah.
So how are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Which is great. So please, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. We've come to the end of the whole 2023 election. So, yeah, it's not left for whatever Nigerians want to do.
It is so.
Because, yeah. And I just want to speak to the Nigerians.
Please.
That are always crippled with fear and they don't want to die.
No.
You know. My question to you, to Nigerians now is, you have to sit down and ask yourself, what is your life worth? Because a lot of people now in Nigeria, they have to actually prostitute themselves to eat.
Is that bad?
So you need to ask yourself that question, what is this life worth for me? There are so many people that even their underage children are the ones going out to sell their bodies to feed the family. And you are sitting down there, oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Tell me, what is that your life worth actually? Huh? There's so many Nigerians that have tried to jack back from that country, that have found themselves in slave camps all over the world, you know. And then when you tell them, oh, you know, it's time for action, they tell you, oh, they don't want to die. So tell me what your life is worth. You know, this life that you're trying to preserve and you don't want to die for a good cause, or you don't want to sacrifice something for a good cause, Tell me what that life is worth. You know, you cannot sit back and be just looking in the sky for some magical God to come and do
imaginary God, the supreme being that will just come and resolve the problem. Or once one Messiah, somebody will just come, and you are not actually even ready to listen to anybody who is saying, no, let's take them on. Always divided.
Yeah,
we have to sit down and think, what do they really want out of life? I like that.
Yeah. If you live in you know, like pauper, you have your children, you having children, and you can see that their destiny for the rest of their life is going to be alimajiri.
Imagine that.
And that is okay with you. What kind of life is that? What is that life worth? If you don't want to stand up and say, well, we need to put an end to this. All those thieves, we need to get rid of these thieves and try to, you know, fix this problem. Whether we go separately or we're still together, you know, we just have to make it work, you know, and not just let these people do whatever they want to do. And it's because they already know that Nigerians are they are so timid, they're not going to do anything anyway, because they don't want to die. So, but ask yourself today, what is your life worth if you have to sell your body, or you have to go and do armed robbery or do some crime just to feed yourself and your family? What kind of life is that? Is that life worth preserving? Think about it. So you need to be ready to take this, you know, on, because these people are not going to give it to you.
No,
it's not going to happen. If you have to take back whatever your country, you have to be ready to take back that country.
My lady, I mean, that was so brilliant. Oh, like it calls for sober reflection. Sit down, look at your life, and tell you, what is my life worth in this country, and what is it going to be like in 8 years' time if things continue like this? I like that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You have a
thank you, my ego.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Stay
too.
safe, okay? Yes. Bye-bye. So that's another one from another brilliant lady of the temple. We have many of them who are always going to be part of this tonight as well. But I am currently with the Prince Judgeman of representing IPOB for life.
Alive, Baba.
The Prince.
Respect, Baba.
How are you?
Yes, so we don't land. I go talk on for our own language where our grassroots go to hear.
Because this was like a year ago when I was cautioning a lot of you to let them have their time. Please leave them. Please leave them. Now, people like you today have come back as prophet to say, you see, but remember, we need ourselves. But Prince, please.
Not so, Baba. You see, my people, now they kind of don't tell them in advance. Say, yeah, PVC is useless. Your INEC is the only one that decide who win and who no win.
That's right.
Then it's confirmed that your court is also useless. You understand? The criminals and terrorists and bandits are the ones that are deciding.
The proscription of IPOB, sure you get. Their court don't hammer them again. But continue with the PVC part.
Baba, that's one side. We thank God. You see, Baba, the situation as it is, so I want to tell Nigerian people, because many are confused. What you go do? No look human being, just go and look animal. Malu, make I talk the one where they know, local one.
Okay.
Go look Malu and lion. Go look their film. Serengeti. Go and look how their fight be. The lion are the Nigerian criminal government, the terrorist politicians, we hold everybody for grant. Now them be that. Then the masses, now the Malu.
Yeah, the local one, no. The bull.
The local one. If Malu go one-on-one, lion they go kill him. But if they gather, say lion, now you today, we are you today, then gather in their thousands, in their millions, eh? They go take lion, they play tete, like kite. I said you go see lion gonna fly for up
like
this. You go say na lion be this, na lion cow malu they beat like this. You understand? Yeah, now they will take head. Thank you, Jare. As they do that head, they're gonna see the
king of the jungle. Are you sure?
They use the king. They go use that and they play tennis.
God damn it!
Give me, I give you. Give me, I give you.
And that is the power.
You understand?
Of number.
Yes. You know this where our lioness for house princess talk. Eh? Now the cocoa be that if they come out in their millions throughout Nigeria, lockdown everywhere. Forget about work. Work where you go work for 2 years, they no pay salary. That one I work. Forget about the work. You understand? Face them like a Malu. Malu, they face cow inside. If they determine, they face lion inside the jungle. That is the only way. Oh. You understand?
Like
because now
Japa just build the mentality of Malu. You know, say Malu stubborn. And if they come plenty, I like that. The prince.
You see, Baba, I won't tell Nigerian people, even Japan now no day easy again.
It don't expensive now. See, my friend, I can tell you this one about that Japan. I get 2 people where they talk to me about Japan. Now, they don't tell them, say, it go cost them £7,000. Okay? Now, £7,000, like 3 months ago, was like 900 naira to £1 or something like that. So you get, which means £7,000 a few months ago. If you have to buy it, to buy pounds and pay those people, we're talking about 6.7 million, 6.8 million for £7,000. Okay?
Yeah.
Then a cross border. Today, it's what they told them to go and bring £7 million for 3 months ago. My dear brother, it don't nearly reach 10 million now. Now, so that my friend said when it was at 5 million, in struggle, make come. It don't turn to 7 million. Now it don't turn to 10 million. In don't they bury the idea of that jackpot. I say we die here. And a lot of people are going to also forget about that jackpot. They better think. The prince.
Now the thing now, the only people will get sponsor. How many people get sponsor? With the jackpot. You understand? If you don't get sponsor, it will be like the music of fella. First you want buy car, they save money. The day where you want go buy car, where save be 1,000, where it is there now car don't reach 5,000. Begin to save again. He reach 5,000. Say we can go buy car. It reach there now they say car na 20,000. You understand?
Yeah.
Now so the situation there now.
Right.
You see. So everybody must, if you know say Japan no get head, now everybody must come out like Malu.
Make
follow
I tell you
people.
something again where I hear about the Japan. That one just came to my mind now. They say all the countries where they make money from Nigeria, Japan journey, right? Japan rush. They make money from all the embassy and all that, right? They say some of the embassy now, in their country, they work on where they go, how they go, they start what they call the mass deportation. So they have to develop another policy. The policies that says the way we bring them, we'll begin to return them back. It be like say this assimilation go work. So in Netherlands also now, they are already working on law to begin to return everybody back to where they brought them from. The money for the whole thing will likely be scammed of them. So Prince, that's who they come. All of us have no go get options for here soon. They're going to tell all of us, even with our red passport or everything, no, we'll go back to where you come from. And at the law, they will make the laws.
My ego finally, I don't know so whether you don't see this video.
Which one?
The video of South Africa, some private citizen arrest. They go just come, they go arrest immigrants, they go ask them, where are you from? They go to identify themselves. What they are telling them in South Africa.
If I remember, continue.
What they are telling them is, look, we fought for this country before apartheid leave us. You say you are running from your country because of the government is bad. You are going for a better, greener pasture. We fought here before the apartheid leave us. Go back to your country and fight them. That is what is happening in South Africa now, as I'm talking to you. You understand me? And their government is indirectly supporting them because they are moving with vehicle, going up and down, picketing people in their houses, in their place of work, everywhere.
In South Africa.
You understand? Yes. So any country now, if your government is terrorizing you, come out like Malu and face them. That is the only option. Our soldier, our police, everybody, you are in this bondage. Notice because if they carry gun, you are safe. They kidnap army, not kidnap police. So which kind of future you get without your gun where they carry? They follow them like this thing for back.
From kidnappers. I get the picture. You don't see that picture?
Baba,
where vigilante rescue Nigeria police from kidnappers.
I don't see them now. No be nah. That was double wahala for the body. I know. Double wahala for the body. Now everybody there now.
The prince.
Thank you, very good general. Make
yes,
leave another
you
person.
have a good one, okay? And take it easy, sir. So that's Prince JJ Man. I'm going to take, I'll check my time. Okay, I'm going to try and take just one more. I'll see if I can do that too. I was thinking of taking one more call, but my time is so up. And we have done our best to actually stretch it enough. Okay, we're going to take it to the next time. So thank you so much for spending your evening with me. Think about all I have said. If you joined us midway, watch this broadcast from the beginning again. And at the same time, if you have seen it already, go and sleep over all I have said. All right. And if you feel different tomorrow, that means you are ready. But if you don't feel different, then that means I still have a lot to do. We will all get there. All right. Tinubu and Ganga are going to make you, kind of legitimize why you need to fight back. You might not have any reason in your own book right now to kind of join others. You better get ready. Because whether you are ready or not, they are coming for all of us. Okay? And before you become that victim, use your freedom to speak out. And at the same time, push those who can't fight for themselves, push them to at least stand with themselves. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you some other time, okay? So good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary na he be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.